I started as an economist, and I enjoyed that. I only did it for several years. It informed a lot of my thinking, but I realized it wasn't my passion. And I noticed that there was a common theme of technology. So when I saw that, I did go back to school, actually, to Northeastern at night, yet again, having got my master's, plug for Northeastern Evening School. And I did. I took programming courses and technology courses to help me go into the next phase of things. And every time I feel I'm getting a little bored, so from technology then into healthcare, I need to get grounded. And so I do think it's been about, for me, continuing education. When you ask the question about what book were you reading last, it really is molecular medicine.
Yeah.
Because I avoided religiously anything to do with biology all through my school years. And and now I have a wonderful team of PhD scientists that I can't converse with. So even the fun books I'm reading are The Amazing Life of Henrietta Lacks, just so I can learn something about the field. But I know I'm going into a new field and I need to get educated.
Great. Anybody else?
The one other thing I would add is I think the aspect of sort of reaching out and talking to a bunch of people, it's that that informal network, not just within your company, but outside, that a lot of times can open doors. And that's certainly for me, that's been a big piece of things is, you just never know when something might turn out and kind of what you're interested in, what you're thinking about next, and someone connects you. And so I would sort of, in addition to the, thinking about continuing education, think about that, really building up your network, and just getting your name out there, getting people to get to know you, and things happen.
I think that piece is very critical, especially at the, I think that piece is very critical, especially at the early stages of your career. Opportunities, not only opportunities, but mentorship and learning about yourself, through others and shadowing people and understanding, what's out there that is waiting for you to break into. My personality is like, I feel always like in a tightrope. I love being in a tightrope. When I'm too comfortable, I don't feel good about that. It's time to move on, like you said. So I like exploring new things. And I trained as a physician. I went into research. And I've been working in industry since the year 2000. And each time I'm exploring a different piece of it, and understanding the business from a different perspective. And understanding that puts you in a position where you are going to be influencing at a different level. So if I need to learn about the business, I learn about the business. If I need to learn about the finances, I learn about the finances. And it's all a different world. And it's all, if you don't understand the whole thing together, you cannot position yourself you're not going to be able to be in a position to influence, largely the area where you're working. So learning about other things is always enriching, not just being, I think that if I have to say something, I had a conversation with my husband recently, and I don't like to separate myself from the gender point of view, but there are some things that are inherent to our biology. So we're born and we can to bear children. We can bear children, and we are there to majorly provide the support. It's not that the male cannot provide the support, but that makes us also more comfortable with staying where we're at and and carefully programming what you're going to do in life. And I have found out that when I look at what men do in corporations and in the environment that surrounds me, they are not aiming for perfection, that they are jumping steps and looking at what is the quickest way to get into your objective. And that's one thing that I've learned from industry compared to academia. In academia, you're very systematic, very thorough. You are building up, the groundwork for something that is going to come and jump on. What I encourage you to do is analyze yourself and see what is the shortest time that you can have to get to the next step. And what is your overall goal? Not planning for the second or the third step after the one that you're at. You just think about where you want to get to and see what is the shortest time to get there.
And one other thing I would just add is I think if you're thinking about your path, I want this position, I think that's not the right way to think about it. Think, what are the things that are important to me? Because there might be things that you didn't even know about that actually meet all these things. So you kind of have to orient it not about this next position, it's the things I want to have next.